When it perceives low calories, it sends you out on a hunt. It makes you sharper. In fact, there are neurotransmitters in your brain that keep you alert when you're hungry.
No. That's the one reason I before would just try to willpower diet.
Yeah.
Is that I got super smart, super aggressive, and super angry. I mean, when I would go on diets and just not eat very much, my brain
nutrients. Without nutrients.
Yeah, exactly. But I had lots of energy, but I was really mean.
Well, you were missing key nutrients probably. It's not, you don't want to just starve yourself. You want to give yourself...
No, exactly. You're saying high nutrient, low calorie.
High nutrient.
Listen, I want to talk about this right now. Folks can call if they want to have any questions or get involved with longevity, 877-551-1301, 877-551-1301. And expanding on that, you can hear Ben over there drinking his pollen burst. There in the background. And you can also go to InfoWarsTeam.com, and part of the proceeds when you buy the different vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids and nutrients that are there goes to fund the InfoWars media operation. Again, we're not like revolutionary communists that rob banks to fund ourselves. We promote things we believe in free market, and I've done deep research because over the years I turned down so many vitamin, mineral things. I did research. When I finally got ready to get into it myself, boom, I chose longevity, and it's something you can get involved in as a home business or to sell in your grocery store, to sell in areas where you have a connection to the public or your little five and dime or your gas station, whatever the case is. People need to get this information, and they need to get involved. And again, that's InfoWarsTeam.com. There's banners up at InfoWars.com, but you can't forget it, InfoWarsTeam.com. There it is. On screen, or call 877-551-1301. Now, tell us about pollen burst. Aaron, do you want a pollen burst or do you want a tangy tangerine?
I'll take the pollen.
I like this too, but I was going to do a pollen burst. Now here's a pollen burst. Tell us, Ben, what is in.
Well, there's a couple.
By the way, when you got in here, I had to say, quit popping your bottle and drinking. And right before we went live, you actually started taking a pollen burst right when you got in here.
Heck yeah.
And the first time I met you out in California, you were visiting MZ's radio stations. He's got myself and you on. You were in there, you know.
I like to mix the Beyond Tangy Tangerine with the pollen burst.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
The pollen burst has got the B vitamins in there, and the B vitamins are so fascinating because most people are going to be deficient in the B vitamins because they're rapidly processed out of food. So if you're eating foods that are cooked, if you're eating foods that are frozen, if you're eating foods that are prepared in any way, you're going to be deficient in these B vitamins. And the B vitamins work on the parts of the body that move the fastest: the brain, the heart, the skin, and the digestive system. Those are the four systems that respond rapidly to the B vitamins. So you notice when you start taking the pollen burst, the B vitamins will help you think. And it's great if you have a test to take, if you're a student. The B vitamins are important for the heart. And by the way, when it comes to heart disease, we got 600,000 people in this country who die of heart disease every year. Some 64 million Americans have some form of heart disease. One form or another. The B vitamins, a nickel's worth of B vitamins every day, is the most powerful nutritional way to protect yourself from heart disease. It may be the single most powerful thing you could do to protect yourself.
And look, heart disease is getting worse, all this stuff. And if you look 50 years ago, they were eating chicken fried steaks, gravy. They didn't have that many heart attacks or cancer. If you look at it, it's not even the, quote, unhealthy food that they've taught us that is the main cause of this. It's all the additives and the petrochemical companies that get authorization to put poison in the food because they know it's addicting. Tell us about MSG and stuff as we drink some polymers.
MSG is classified as one of the one compound that's classified as an excitotoxin. And what that means, it makes your brain so happy that you'll think that the most rottenest piece of crap tastes like cherry pie, or it tastes something like something delicious, because it tricks your brain into being really happy. The Japanese were the ones who pioneered MSG so they could feed their soldiers crappy food. The soldiers would eat the crappy food.
By the way, that's on record.
Yeah, the soldiers would eat the crappy food. They thought they were eating filet mignon, but they were eating the crappiest form.
And by the way, in Europe and in Japan and China, it's a gourmet place. You've got to book 6 months out to eat pure soaked MSG crud. Same thing with the hot wings. And by the way, now, if I eat MSG, within hours I have a horrible headache. I've developed a total allergy to it. So they know what they're doing.
You're playing with brain chemistry. The last thing you want to do is play with your brain chemistry with artificial chemicals.
Well, I tell you, expanding on that, This should be criminal what they do, but there's other chemicals they put in the food.
You know, but we're participating, Alex. We volunteer. Nobody forces us to go eat this stuff. We're volunteering.
Yeah, but the FDA says we're the government. We're keeping you safe.
Right. Well, if you're going to trust the FDA, you know.
Yeah, that's a big point, too, though. I've heard you read those quotes on air. The founding fathers,
Benjamin Rush. Benjamin Rush warned about this stuff. Benjamin Rush signed the Declaration of Independence. He was a medical doctor. And he warned about the hegemony and tyranny of modern medicine.
Well, it's always witch doctors that take over. Because they know how humans work throughout society and they manipulate. Aaron, you want some of this? Here you go.
I want that spoon.
There you go, buddy.
Thanks.
The biggest statement you can make, Alex, the most powerful statement you can make is to disengage from the machine at every turn.
I've got that, and I am sold. I've gone 10 degrees towards you, and I've already seen massive results.
That's awesome.
I have come 10, and Aaron has turned 180 degrees, right, pointed straight where Ben Fuchs is, and look at the results.
Exactly.
So I'm slowly turning myself towards you, and if I just remember to eat the whey shake, if I just remember to take the tangy tangerine, if I remember to take, when I do eat the essential fatty acids from Longevity, I'm literally not hungry, and my brain works better.
Exactly.
What do you recommend people buy as a starter pack at InfoWarsTeam.com?
The Ultimate EFAs, the OsteoFX, and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is in the Alex pack. It's discounted if you buy all three. It's a perfect way to demonstrate how powerful this is. Not just for the person buying it, but for somebody who's watching the person buying it, for a loved one of the who's watching somebody.
Well, that's why Longevity is literally so successful, is because people literally see the results.
They see the results, just like what's happened to Aaron. And Alex, this is not a miracle. This is not magic. We're supposed to be Kenyan runners. That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be lean and mean. From the way, you ever seen a Kenyan runner? That's what human beings are supposed to be. Every pound you have that's above a Kenyan runner is something that's a part of our dysfunctional society. It's a lifestyle choice that you made. So picture yourself as a Kenyan runner, and then picture the difference between you and as a Kenyan runner, and that difference represents the lifestyle choices and the dysfunctional culture that we've immersed ourselves in. As you begin to incorporate these strategies, you reverse that, and you become closer to a Kenyan runner. You know what I mean by a Kenyan runner? Lean and mean. Human beings are supposed to be greyhounds, is what we're supposed to be.
You're exactly right. Now, what is it with...
We've been domesticated. We've been like the difference between a lion and a pussycat. We're the pussycat. We've been domesticated. We're supposed to be lions, and we get domesticated through the foods that we're eating and the ways we participate in our culture. So if you want to get your feralness back, if you want to get your vigor back, if you want to get your zest for life back, you have to reverse that process. And the way you do it, the first thing you do is nutritional supplementation and calorie restriction, and then working out as well. Something to build muscle.
Well, that's the thing, is that instead of even eating something, just go for a run. That burns fat. You have a meal right there.
You get, well, here's another thing. Female hormone is produced in body fat. So the more body fat you're carrying, the more feminized you become. That means gynecomastia, which means breasts. That means impotence and sexual problems. That means lower resistance to diseases.
Stay there. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're almost out of time, and I'm sorry to the callers. I never give the number out, but they've loaded up anyways. I'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pretty amazing clip that we played in the second hour. If you missed it, it's up at Infowars.com. The Congress now has come out and made the announcement that Obama requested the secret arrest and disappearance of citizens in the bill. Of course, we already knew that from his actions, his announcements. He said he could do it himself, but the fact is that's the new level of deception we're dealing with here. Unbelievable. Tonight's InfoWars Nightly News is going to be particularly power-packed. Aaron Dykes is going to be hosting it with Ben Fuchs. You don't want to miss that. But going back in the few minutes we've got left, we'll do a little 5-minute addendum in Overdrive. This internet only here in a moment, but the official radio show ends here in about 5 minutes. Aaron, I was just talking to you during the break, and you said, look, it's so easy when you take the Longevity minerals and vitamins, because now your body's got that. Then you've got protein on top of it from the whey. You've got the essential fatty acids. You've got everything your body wants. You're just not hungry anymore, but you're eating things where the weight's going to pour off of you. In fact, how are you going to stop the weight loss? When do you plan to quit?
You're a Kenyan runner.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen then. But yeah, it was very easy. I mean, it makes me want to work out more anyway. So I started with taking the multivitamins just basically to see if it works. I did notice the difference. And then I started focusing more on the whey and the EFAs with the multivitamins. The weight just poured off, and working out was a lot easier anyway. But I wasn't working out nearly even half as hard as I was 2 years ago, a year ago. Very moderate, really.
The trick is you don't want to be forced to like looking for food all the time. You know, Alex, people are looking for food all the time. They live to eat. Every minute of the day is spent thinking about what the next piece of food is because their body is so starving, their brain is so starving for nutrients that it sends them on this one-pointed hunt for food.
And instead it's getting empty calories, so it's more. Exactly.
Appetite and satisfaction are regulated by chemistry. What we're talking about here is nothing less than hacking into the brain's chemistry to tell the brain that you're full and tell the brain that you're satisfied. I hate willpower. I have no willpower. I don't believe it should be hard. When you start using nutritional supplements, you hack into the brain's satisfaction centers, and the brain sends the message that everything is right, you're satisfied.
We could put the New World Order out of business in a revolution if we just, all of us, did the transformation you guys have gone through. If I can do it, and we can air this tape, 6 months from now, and I'm 180 pounds,
that's right,
and show people and say, by the way, the system knows this, and none of them will tell you because they want the racket to continue forever.
If you weren't spending all your energy and your time and your money looking for food, what kind of energy and time and money would you have to do other things?
Hey, wasn't it you that went with me to California?
Yeah.
I remember I have that memory of him telling you how you could lose weight.
That's right.
And that was a year ago.
And I thought they were real weird because we went out to eat and they didn't eat anything and they were just sitting there, and I didn't know about the vitamins yet. I mean, I heard about them, but hadn't tried them yet.
No, I was like, man, they're like space aliens. They all look really healthy, but they don't eat. We're like, nah. Yeah, I'm telling you, Aaron. Yeah, that was in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I heard about it then, and then a few months later when you started promoting it, I said, I'm going to try this, but once I put my money, I wanted to make sure I was taking them and seeing if there's results or not. And well,
living testimony.
Folks, camera puts 10 pounds on you. If you saw Aaron in person, it is unbelievable. Hey, 11 pounds in 2.5 weeks with me.
That's awesome.
And that's just...
It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going.
No, I haven't even put it all into function yet. I'm going to start banging nothing but whey and tangy tangerine.
Take a picture now. Take a picture. Before you lose any more weight, take a picture now without your shirt. Take a picture without your shirt. No, I don't know about right now without your shirt, but take a picture of yourself.
Well, no, I'll take a picture. Here we go.
You're going to love...
All right. We'll see what I look like in... You won't lose
the guns. You're not going to lose the guns.
I don't want to lose my guns.
Lose the guns.
I don't have guns. I have fat little arms. No, they are actually big guns.